Today I'd like to make a quick video about Lee Liquid Alox bullet lubricant. What it is and how to apply it and what it's good for. Lee Liquid Alox is an Alox based liquid lubricant that when spread on tumble lubed bullets and shook around in a bowl, it gives some properties of a good bullet lubricant. And it's designed for the tumble lube bullets that have these grooves in them, and also to be used in conjunction with the push-through sizing die from Lee. If you get one of the old sizing dies like that one, it comes with these instructions that include how to lube the bullets and what to do to size them. And it tells you to do a light coat first, let it dry overnight, then size the bullets, and then do another light coat. Primarily, I used to use it on these kind of 45 caliber 230 grain round nose bullets. I did use it in some 357 Magnum bullets. Again, a tumble lube design with the little lube grooves like you see here on the base, and also some 9mm bullets. Through a little trial and error and talking to an elderly friend who normally used a lubricizer on his bullets, he recommended that I put a light coating on them, let them dry for more than 1 day, 2 or 3 days, till they were really dry and not tacky or sticky or waxy, and then size them through this type of sizer, and then coat them again after they had been sized with a thin coat, just to make sure that there was some bullet lubricant on the parts of the bullets that had been squeezed through the sizing die. And when I do that, they come out really well, and I don't have a problem with barrel leading. Normally now, the last few years, I will powder coat my bullets. But when I don't have time to powder coat, or like today, it's raining outside, and it's been raining on and off every day when I wanted to powder coat, so I said, you know what, I'm going to go back to my roots and use the Lee Liquid Alox, and then I'm going to make a short video and show other people how to do it. So that's what we're going to do right now. These I just did about an hour ago, and now they're just sitting here to dry. But I'll do a few more right now and film it, just to show you the process. So the first thing you're going to need is some sort of tub to put your bullets in. Now I've used this same plastic sherbet tub quite a few times, so it has a slight little bit of residue in it from the Liquid Alox. And you're going to want to take your tumble lube bullets, if you have them, put some in there in the container. And I know when you look at this video, you're going to see blemishes and imperfections on some of these bullets. Some of these bullets actually probably should have been culled. I was having a problem with one of my molds. But for the purposes of this video, I'll just show you what this is the before. Okay, they're still shiny and silvery looking. And if you look closely at those, you'll see they have a slight brown tint to them, and that's a light coating of Alox. So we're going to take this. You really only need a few drops. The instructions say gently shake. It says dribble a little Lee Alox bullet lube with bullets. Gently shake to wet all bullets and spread on wax paper to dry overnight. For most handgun bullets, only a very thin coating is needed. A heavier coating is better for high-velocity rifle bullets. I've never used it for high-velocity rifle bullets, but I have used it for 3 different handgun loads. And the Magnum, the 357 Magnum loads that I used were not high-velocity. Now, again, you don't use that much. There's a few drops in here. Some people would say this is too much for how many bullets I have, but I'm going to swirl it around and show you what it looks like get a nice even coating. And if you have a Tumble lube bullet, you can actually see it, a little bit of it in the lube grooves. And that's what you want. You want to see it in there. Now, I know these are going to be sized and then tumbled again in the Liquid Alox. So they are all going to have a nice coating. But in my experience, it's actually better to have it on thin than thick. Thick makes them very sticky. They don't seem to dry out well, and then when you go to load up the bullets, you get them on your finger, you get them dyes. It's not that great. I know this is noisy, but I wanted to actually show you what I do and how long I do it for. So those look like they are about probably half coated. I need to swirl them around a little more. So I'm going to shut the camera off, swirl them for another minute, and then come back. This is what they look like after being tumbled around. I did add one more drop of Liquid Alox, just because they didn't look like they got a good enough coating. These ones seem to have just slightly more than the ones I already did on the paper, and that's fine. And I'm just going to dump them out on wax paper, just like the instructions say. And it says to let them dry overnight. My experience has been they work better if I let them dry longer. 2 or 3 days, in my opinion, is better. And then I'll size them. Now, there is a precautionary statement on the back of this that says danger, tells you it's flammable, tells you that it's poisonous, tells you you can have eye problems, damage to organs, you know, it's bad to inhale it. California knows that it'll kill you, all that stuff, okay? But if you're careful with this stuff and don't eat it, don't sniff it trying to get high off of it, you're probably going to be just fine. So my recommendation to you, if you're interested, is to grab some Liquid Alox and give it a shot. Especially if you have Tumble lube bullets. It works great. It doesn't cost a lot. A little bit goes a long way. This tube is probably 5 years old and it's been used a few times. I haven't opened it in a couple years. It was a little thick. Eventually it can really harden and thicken up, and you need to thin it out with mineral spirits or some other kind of spirits just to, you know, make it liquid again. The point is, I can't get outside and powder coat right now, so I'm making some Alox bullets. So in a couple days, I'll load these up and I'll have some bullets to shoot. It's a good option to have if you don't have a lubricizer and you don't lubricize your bullets, and you don't want to pan lube your bullets, and you don't want to powder coat your bullets. And so this is how I started when I first started casting. I was using the Lee Liquid Alox. It works good, and I'm happy to show other people how it's done. As always, be careful. Take your time. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Have a great day.